Right, okay, Sean, Katie, Sean. Katie, what happened in the last episode of House of the Dragon?
It was another jump forward, wasn't it? What was it, about 6 years?
The last one, yep.
Yeah, the last one. You know, Lucerys and Joffrey are all a bit older.
Mm-hmm.
Rhaenyra and Daemon have 2 children.
Yep. 2
actual children, and then Rhaenyra was pregnant. I don't know why I said actual children. She has, what was it? She had Aegon, Viserys, and then she's pregnant again.
Yeah. What's the third child called?
I don't know.
Like
Depends what it is, though, if it's a girl or a boy.
I feel like I should know that. I'm pretty sure it's...
I know.
I think it's a boy.
Is it? I don't know. Yeah, so it was a flash forward. Viserys somehow was still holding on by a thread.
Who?
Viserys.
Oh, yeah.
Don't know how. He was in really bad shape.
Yep.
He pretty much lost half of his face, didn't he? Was all, you know.
The rot.
He was being given milk of the poppy by Alicent and the Maesters because he was in that much pain.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously Daemon and Rhaenyra didn't like it because they were kind of like, well...
It was basically just dulling his wits, wasn't it?
Yeah, because essentially at that point, Otto and Alicent were basically ruling in his stead.
Yep.
There was a question on, it was, what was it? Raymond?
Raymond, yep.
Who was Corlys's brother, was questioning Lucerys's legitimacy. He didn't think he should be the heir. He thinks he should be.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously Corlys had been wounded, hadn't he? In
Yep.
one of his many battles.
Mm-hmm.
Rhaenyra had asked her dad to come and defend her one last time.
Yep.
You know, in the midst of it...
It all looked like hope was lost, wasn't it? Because Vaemond was conspiring with the Hightowers. Yeah, and they were kind of like... And I think she got the words out of this, something like, if I've got to stake the claim, then it's a farce. And then Viserys decided to be the coolest guy in the world.
It was an awesome entrance. Like it was
really.
It was one of those moments that I feel like everyone's gonna remember.
I saw a video
with this series.
I saw a video where it was like, can you imagine the testicular fortitude of the director to make a 4-minute slot of an old man walking up to a throne? And it was awesome.
Apparently, the bit of his crown falling off wasn't supposed to happen. They kind of just went with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really sad. You'd kind of, you'd told Otto Hightower, like, no, I'm going to deal with this. Defending his daughter, and, Vaemond had made the mistake of just calling her children bastards and calling her a whore.
They forgot all about subtlety.
Yeah, which, I mean, fair play to him.
I'm pretty sure it made Daemon's day, though.
Oh, Daemon wanted that to happen. Absolutely, he wanted that to happen. And yeah, Daemon cut off his head, well, part of his head. Yeah. He left his tongue though.
He got to keep his tongue, yeah.
Yeah. I just love the fact that Viserys got up, even though how much pain he was in, how much he was suffering, he still got up and was ready to kill him. I was like, oh.
But then probably the last nice thing that'll happen in this show.
Yeah, they had the last supper, didn't they, kind of.
Yeah. Viserys was desperate for his family to have a meal together and for them all to be happy.
Really it was nice because Rhaenyra had kind of said, as much as she doesn't like Alicent anymore, she's been there for Viserys when she hasn't. She's looked after him and been a daughter and wife. And
Alicent even
got up and said, you'll make a good queen.
Yeah.
I feel like that just goes... Alicent is kind of... I keep on going backwards and forwards with Alicent. Yep. Sometimes, the way she dealt with Aegon and his whole raping a poor girl situation, she handled that actually good.
Yeah.
But... I feel like it's Otto is the problem. He's got his claws in so many places.
But the episode ended, didn't it, with basically Aemond causing all hell because he got a pig put in front of him, which was the next course. And Viserys was giggling a bit, and he said something about them being strong boys, and all hell broke loose, and
But then the episode
teased something that I cannot wait for. Aemond was like, I'm the black sheep of this family, and then Daemon stood up, and he didn't have to say it. He just went,
listen, kid.
He just looked at him, and it was like, okay, come on.
He was like, I was the original.
You might want to be the black sheep, but
that would be a cool fight.
I'm the black dragon. That's what I would be saying.
That's gonna be a cool fight. I kind of feel like what I felt like when I was hoping for the Mountain versus the Hound fight. I'm like, ooh, that's going to be a big deal fight, that. But finally the episode ended with Viserys on his deathbed, muttering to Alicent, but he thought it was Rhaenyra, talking about the Song of Ice and Fire, and whether he believed it, and
how Aegon was...
Aegon, yeah. Aegon's dream, and, you know, the prince that was promised, and Alicent only getting bits of it, had thought he was talking about their son, him being king. So lovely.
So this episode...
Hands of hell.
This episode is episode 9, and it is called The Green Council. Yikes.
I knew it's the greens and the blacks, isn't it? That's what they go by.
Yep. I also know that the last episode is called The Black Queen.
Damn me.
Yep. It's going to be awesome.
I feel like all things considered, we haven't seen much dragons. As much dragons as I thought we were going to.
No. It's
been more about the politics, hasn't it? And the
if there's one
mindsets
thing,
of the characters and where they stand. And
if there's one thing that's been absolutely undisputed in this show, how fantastic was Paddy Constantine as...
Oh my god, everyone was saying if he doesn't win an Emmy, it's a farce.
Absolutely fantastic.
Incredible actor.
I don't think there's a single bad casting. I've been trying to think about it.
Been really,
every
really
single
good.
person.
I was really worried about all the actresses coming in and playing the younger, and after the performances the younger actresses did.
Literally,
but they've come in and I'm like,
not even the tertiary and minor. Literally every single person who's had some kind of role has been. Even the Kingsguard. The people playing the Kingsguard have been brilliant.
Who's that actor that is quite a quite a well-known actor and he's not had much to do?
The one that was in The Hobbit.
Yeah.
Is it Westerling or something?
He was in The Witcher as well, isn't he?
Is he called something Westerling?
Westerland, yeah.
I'm sure because
he's Lord Commander, isn't he?
I'm sure he's got a big part to play.
I feel like he will do.
I'm quite sure a few of the Kingsguard have got...
It's going to be interesting to see where Westeros is going to stand.
Yeah, I know. Graham McTavish. He's a good actor. Sir Harold Westerling, I think he's called.
Harold Westerling.
Sir Harold Westerling.
Because we were talking about this in the last episode, weren't we? The King's, as far as everyone else is concerned, Viserys died defending Rhaenyra as his heir.
Yep.
And now all of a sudden, Aegon's going to be a king? There's going to be a lot of people that are going, hold on a second.
Yep.
No, like even the Kingsguard, I feel like it could end up splitting them, especially Westerling. He seemed really close with the Rhaenyra.
And he didn't like the way Sir Criston was behaving either.
Well, that confrontation they had, didn't he, before the flash forward? He had kind of tried to stop Sir Criston, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh. I'm trying to think of who the standout has been in this show. I'm hard to pick anyone else other than Paddy Constantine. Him and Matt Smith's been brilliant. Do you know why we've been calling him Matt Damon? Because his name's Damon.
I know. I know.
It's so silly, isn't it?
Oh. Child.
Well, an interesting thing is we actually haven't seen the other son. Alicent has another son called Daeron, who plays quite a big part in...
I think they said he was in
Old Town.
Old Town, yeah, with...
Well, A Dance of Dragons is going to get seriously...
Because they haven't even introduced any of the bastard children yet. There's going to be quite a few of them.
Yeah.
That's a bit one of the big plot points, isn't it? Them trying to tame their wild dragons.
Oh dear.
Stay here. Tell no one.
It is going to be sad, isn't it? Because he wasn't a bad king. He's not... he wasn't Maegor.
The thing is, he was king out of circumstance, he wasn't born to be the king, was he?
No. Yeah, literally, like Viserys' 2 sons both died.
He told me he wished for Aegon to be king.
Oh, no he didn't.
Don't tell him that. He's just going to play and play.
People.
Oh, dear me.
But they've got no... I was going to say, they've got no proof. Are they going to go to the small council and say, oh, the king said this? Unless the king said it to them. You have no authority here. The queen dowager that you are.
With his last breath, he impressed upon the queen his final wish that his son, Aegon, should succeed him as Lord of the Seven Kingdoms.
Come on, now's the time to grow up here.
Guys.
Now's the time to grow up here.
Then we may proceed now with the full assurance of his blessing on our long-laid plans.
Yes.
Was it that easy?
To be done,
Long-laid
as
plans?
previously discussed. Now, there are 2 of them in Highguard.
Am I to understand that members of the small council have been planning secretly to install my son without me?
My queen.
He's not. He doesn't seem.
Sully you with darkling schemes.
I will not have this. To hear that you have plotted to
Yeah.
replace the king's
Yeah.
chosen heir with an impostor.
His firstborn son is hardly an impostor.
I have known Viserys longer than any who sit at this table, and I will not believe that he said this on his deathbed alone with only the boy's mother as a witness.
Yeah!
Good lad. What's he doing?
Which of you here can swear that he died of his own accord?
Which of us are you accusing of regicide, Lord Beesbury?
Whether it was one of you or all of you, I care not. I will have no part.
Yeah!
Good lad.
Come on, Harold.
He just killed him for speaking his opinion.
And remove your cloak, Sir Criston.
There was no insult to me, Sir Chris. Put aside your blade.
Yeah, you pup.
That was so unnecessary. He wasn't. Oh, I hate him.
Lord Commander, enough. The former heir cannot, of course, be allowed to remain free and draw support to her claim.
What?
You mean to imprison her?
She and her family will be
Oh,
given the
he's not
opportunity
having.
to
He's not having
publicly
this.
Swear obeisance to the new king.
Absolutely
She will
not.
bend the knee. Nor will Daemon, which you know.
Take your knights to Dragonstone. Be quick and be clean.
Good man.
Love it. I knew I liked him.
I know I did as well.
I am Lord Commander of the Kingsguard. I recognize no authority but the king's.
Oh! Yeah, yeah.
This one.
Love it.
That's
Good lad.
sad.
We knew that had to happen at some point though, because he becomes Lord Commander, doesn't he?
And hand.
I mean, look at his smug little face. Just someone kill him,
It
please.
is our fate, I think, to crave.
He's not in his rooms.
Helena. She's quite important. Listen to everything she says.
Your father.
There is a beast beneath the boards.
Oh, my dearest love.
What?
Beast beneath the boards. Otto. I don't know. I don't even know.
I thought maybe there's a dragon. I thought maybe there was a dragon underneath the city or something.
Interesting. He almost seems like he doesn't want to include Alicent, like he's...
I want to know who in the Kingsguard's going to follow. Because technically speaking... oh, they locked her in.
Are they in
What's the
prison?
meaning of this?
Where is she? She's in the Red Cape. Oh,
Thing is,
oh yeah,
she
she
won't
would.
even know, will
She
she?
will still be in the Red Cape, won't she? I never even thought
Yeah.
about it. What are they doing? Are they killing people who knew that Viserys was dead? Oh, it's him! Be careful.
Oh, it almost seems like her and her dad are kind of...
Yeah, approaching it different ways.
Yeah.
Aegon brought me to the Street of Silk on my 13th name day. Every woman is an image of the mother, to be spoken of with reverence.
Oh, yeah. They didn't speak about
So
Rhaenyra with
coming from the
reverence.
guy... Oh, I dislike him so much.
Called her the C word, did he?
Last night,
No?
misplaced our drinking companion.
You once swore your banners to Rhaenyra, you must now pledge them to the future king.
Are they even going to give them a choice?
I must confer first with my house on this matter.
You'll not leave this room without declaring your intention.
God, even like all the armor's changed to green and everything. They have been planning this, haven't they?
Yeah.
They must have had this in the back pockets, just ready to go.
Oh, you bloody sheep!
Long live the king.
I wonder if these two are gonna go.
Aegon. One of many, I'd wager.
It seems...
I think those two.
It seems like they're a bit, He's like, have you seen what he is? Like, because he was closest to him, he knows what type of man he is.
I think they might join up with Rhaenyra as well.
Should they come looking for me, I intend to be found.
Is he though? I mean, Aegon has children. Right?
Yeah. Elena, yeah.
Hey, I don't believe that he's...
Who is that?
I think he will wish to hear what the White Lion can tell him.
Oh, that's that wifey, isn't it? The one who was half engaged to Daemon.
It almost seems like they were fighting over it. Like one was like, no, we can't.
Yeah.
There's no reason those hours cannot in the end benefit you.
Oh God, the Game of Thrones truly has begun, hasn't it? It always starts with the death of a monarch.
Oh dear. Oh dear me.
At least Viserys died thinking he fixed the family.
Yeah.
Let's just be happy he's not alive to see what actually happens.
Yes. He died defending his daughter one last time, didn't he?
Hmm.
Good for him.
I want to see Aegon's crown. Does Aegon II get knighted? I'm sure Aegon II gets crowned with Aegon.
With the Conqueror's crown.
Conqueror's crown, yeah. I want to see it. It's like.
I think it was in one of the.
It's like black with rubies,
previews.
isn't it?
It was in one of the previews for the episode. Viserys said he had a dream about it, didn't he? Do you remember? In one of the first episodes. He was talking to Emma. He had a dream of having a son wearing the Conqueror's crown.
Oh, yeah.
And then he told Alicent, didn't he? So she's probably doing it because of that.
And you are usurping the throne. It was my husband's dying wish. Believe it or no, it is of no consequence. Aegon will be king. I came here to ask your support. I must credit you for your boldness. It is your husband who grasps so heedlessly for the throne. And even he has abandoned you. Gone these 6 long years to fight a desperate battle, returning grievously, if not mortally wounded.
Where is...
If it's Driftmark you want, you shall have it.
Where is
For you and
Mary's...
your granddaughters to pass on
She's in
it
the
as you
Dragonpit.
fit.
Below the boards.
You are wiser than I believed you to be.
Oh. I know what happens to Rhaenys, though.
A true queen. You desire not to be free, but to make a window in the wall of your prison.
Oh, I love that.
Imagined yourself on the Iron Throne.
What a great line that was.
I love that so much.
She's awesome.
You yourself are the mysterious white worm, I take it. Or are you simply a further peel in this stinking onion?
My condolences on the passing of your king.
Why is everyone dressed up as Daemon? What? Literally, he's dressed up like...
There is no power but what the people allow you to take.
Oh. Oh.
I will remember.
Everyone's just casually threatening each other.
Good for hell.
Yeah, it takes someone with serious knackers to threaten the hand of the king.
When there's 2 knights of the Kingsguard there either side of her, that could just behead her straight away.
Huh, we've all been there, am I right? Drunken night out and you wake up in a place that you don't remember how you got to. I wonder if one's going to go with Rhaenyra and one's going to stay with Aegon.
Yeah. One of them knows what he's like, the other one doesn't.
I do regret this, friend.
Good lad. Take that, Sir Criston.
Where's his brother? Is that Sir Eric? I can't tell the difference between them.
They are twins. Just watching.
I was hoping you disappeared.
God, but a little arrogant. Oh! God, I really dislike him.
I have no wish to rule. No taste for duty. I'm not suited.
You get no argument from me.
Whatever our differences, our hearts remain as one.
Okay.
Oh, our hearts were never one. I see that now. Rather, I've been at peace that you moved about the board.
If that is true, then I made you Queen of the 7 Kingdoms.
Good for you, lass.
Would you have desired it otherwise?
How could I know? I have Aegon. We'll proceed now as I see fit.
Right. Good for you.
I mean, she is technically still the queen.
To Rhaenyra on Dragonstone.
Queen Dowager.
True terms, such that she may accept without shame.
If she lives, her allies will mass behind her banners, looking for her return.
Then she must not return.
There is a web of spies at work in the Red Keep. Along its threads travels news of all our doings. Your father knows this, but has left it in place. More than once it has proved advantageous to those willing to feed the weaver.
Oh, this is so gross.
One of the little spiders is your lady in waiting.
Oh.
God.
Gross.
Oh my God.
Look at what you've lured yourself to. Oh. So I wonder if this episode's just all the greens, is the last episode going to be all the blacks?
We haven't seen any Rhaenyra or Daemon, have we?
No.
With me, Princess. I cannot let this treachery stand.
Good lad. Which one is this though? Is this Eric? It seems fitting the one that was closer to Aegon would be the one to...
They just bloody hung him? What?
He could have just been going home. You know.
Do you know what's so strange about this as well? Oh, there he is. Oh, look how cute he is.
She would have seen Balerion live, wouldn't she? Because Viserys was his last rider. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I want to see Balerion.
You just did. You saw his skull.
No.
You want to see Balerion at his height?
I want to see Balerion.
Good lad. And what's so strange about this is we've seen Lannisters, right? We haven't seen. He likes fire, doesn't he? That guy. So Larys. Who's that? Is that a mute? Was one of the mutes. We haven't seen any of the Baratheons, any of the Starks. Did we see a Stark?
We saw one Stark
at the beginning, didn't we?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure one of them, because there's not just one.
I remember.
At least,
I don't know if it's to do with them two, but Shireen in Game of Thrones said brother fought brother.
There's at least some of them that end up, some of the Kingsguard that end up with Rhaenyra. Westerland definitely, yeah. I love a good crown.
Imagine that crown on the Conqueror's head. That's what I want to see. I want to see the Conqueror.
Not on this worm.
Do you know what has been done to this day?
He's getting black fire as well. Oh, this guy.
One thing that can be said about Alicent is she does love her children.
Children, doesn't she? So one redeeming quality, that and her cheekbones. No, I'm joking. Alicent's actually quite a very multi-dimensional character.
She's going backwards and forwards for him. One minute I'm like, ugh, next minute I'm like, yay.
She's a lot like Viserys though, in that she never asked to be queen. She got caught with it, and she's I can feel it anyway. She's genuinely trying to do her best with what she's being. It's not her fault that she misheard the ramblings of a dying man, you know, drugged out of his head.
Yeah.
You know, it's not her fault. She's trying her best to do what she can with what she's given, and what's best for her family.
In saying
that,
though, taking the ramblings of a dying, drugged up man is not the smartest idea.
But she's also doing her absolute best to avoid bloodshed. Whereas Otto is trying his best to...
Yeah, he just straight away wanted Rhaenyra dead, didn't he?
Absolutely wants to kill Rhaenyra, yeah. Is Aegon the one that rides a golden dragon? Because doesn't he take a golden dragon as a sigil?
Yeah. It's what, Sunfire?
Sunfire, yeah. That's a cool name. Bloody mopeds!
Yeah, they changed the sigil, don't they, to the golden dragon?
He definitely takes the sigil of the golden dragon. Yeah, you could see it, yeah.
So I mean, they just had that stuff ready. God, the snakes.
Yeah, they had all their heraldry ready. No, say she's not she's the Dowager Queen. That thing that she's wearing there. It's similar to what a Dowager Queen would wear now. She's going down. She's going down. She is. What's it Helena said? There's a beast below the boards.
Beast beneath the boards. No one pays notice of it though.
I know. No.
Like, I wonder how much she actually knows without even realising.
She knew that Daemon would have to give up an eye.
Let the seven bear witness. Aegon Targaryen is the true heir to the Iron Throne.
Shut up!
God, you
petty man.
Yeah, you weaselly little man. Who'd you imagine?
She's been really petty.
Who'd you imagine playing Aegon the Conqueror?
No. A lot of people have been saying Henry Cavill.
No.
A lot of people have been saying Henry Cavill, but I don't know where that's come from.
I can't imagine Aegon the Conqueror being that old. I like to think of him as quite young when he conquers the throne.
Boo him. No.
Oh.
It would have been good if they booed him, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh, this might be it. Like him getting cheered might be what makes him.
In reality, there's like there with the swords ready to like hack them down. Does he like the power that comes with being king, or does he actually care about being the king though? Is he gonna go to all the council bit? Oh. Oh. She has no chill.
You want to see a real dragon? He's a real dragon! Well, Helena warned them. That was definitely a beast below the boards.
I just want Helena to be like, I told you so.
Yeah. Say what you want about the Targaryens. They all know how to make an entrance, don't they? Go on, just blow them all away. End the war. Before it happens.
Look at Helena's face, she's like, told you so.
Ooh, that's a cool looking dragon. She was ready. She was ready to die. Good for her. Dowager Queen. Meet Red Queen. Oh, Rhaenys! Oh no! Make no mistake.
Imagine all the issues she could have fixed
I know,
just saying Dracarys.
Make no mistake, it's her mercy that will end in the deaths of all her loved ones. Oh, and all of the dragons. Oh, that was awesome.
I guess it's not her war, is it really?
She's a Targaryen.
Still, I know, but still, it's like, come on.
Oh,
dear me.
Isn't everything awesome?
I can't even.
You know what's so stupid? And I hate doing this all the time, right? But this show is head and shoulders above Rings of Power. Like, it's actually ridiculous how fantastic this show is. Compared to how sort of bog standard the Rings of Power was. I feel like
as well, like everyone went into this thing, oh my god, there's gonna be dragons everywhere, there's gonna be crazy battles and all this stuff. Like but like
this is the precursor.
There's not been any crazy battles. There's been maybe one with the Triarchy, with the Crab Feeder, and it didn't last very long. Yeah. We haven't really seen many dragons. We saw a little bit of Cyrax. Caraxes is probably the most of Vhagar. Melee's there. Little snippets of a few of the other dragons, but other than that, nothing crazy. It's just been the politics and getting up to the actual start of this war.
It's mad to think as well that they think it's going to take 5 seasons to tell the whole Dance of Dragons.
I know, because it is just...
considering the time jump in here.
Yeah.
And everything, like, it completely missed out the battle that takes Corlys off the board. You know what I mean? Like, Helaena and Aegon's wedding, that doesn't...
Now they've got children at this point. They only have 3 children.
I don't know. I don't think any of them that important.
I don't think that's true. There's one specific event I remember that is pretty significant to do with her children.
I guess we'll see.
I'm sure the people know what I'm talking about. There's a few little bits that I remember from this story, and that was one of them because it was horrible. As is a lot of stuff that happens during this time, but that was particularly horrible.
Well, they all die. I'm pretty sure they all die, don't they?
Save for a few, yeah.
Save for a few.
Aegon the Younger, Viserys. Pretty sure they lived, don't they? Rhaenyra's youngest too.
Rhaenyra's youngest. I'm talking about Aegon's kids.
Oh, I thought you just meant the whole story.
No. I know Aegon the youngest. Why is the one that somehow manages to end up on the throne after all this? I mean, Aegon's children.
No, because I think that's how.
That's
Aegon
how
the Younger
Aegon the
becomes
Younger
king.
becomes king. Yeah. Doesn't Alicent make him the king? I'm pretty sure Alicent survives this whole thing.
I mean, fair play to her if she does.
No.
I can't remember loads about it, but I just remember little bits.
I just know what happens to certain people. Like Daemon's got a cool. Daemon's got a cool.
Also, I mean, if everyone has watched Game of Thrones, they know Rhaenyra's fate.
Yeah.
So.
Shame,
yeah.
It doesn't matter because, whatever. Yeah, that was episode 9.
It's not about the end, it's about the journey.
Yeah. What was that one called? The Green Council. So the next episode's called The Black Queen, which I'm assuming it's just going to tell
just
their side. Yeah.
It is just it's drawing the battle lines, isn't it? It's like, okay, so here's the Greens, here's their motivations. Yeah. Even then though, they don't seem to be united. Otto and Alicent seem to be on different pages here. They both want Aegon to be king, but for different reasons.
Oh no.
Otto seems to be just
Archie, lie down.
Otto's motivation seems to be just purely greed and power.
Literally, Daemon warned Viserys of exactly this.
Alicent seems to be more about upholding Viserys's what she believes was Viserys's wish.
Yeah.
Ultimately,
I say like
what Rhaenys said though was true. She's serving men. That's her biggest flaw. She's so worried about doing what her dad wanted to do, doing what Viserys expected her to do. Upholding the law. Everything that she was saying to Rhaenyra, everything she always seemed jealous of Rhaenyra for, is kind of keeping her trapped. Yeah. So that was us reacting to this. I don't think there's been a single Targaryen who's had like a poor end. I'm pretty sure every Targaryen's had a cool entrance at one point or another. I know. Good for Rhaenys.
I don't quite think. I still think Vhagar's the coolest looking dragon here. Melee's is cool. Cyrax is quite cool.
Vhagar's massive though, and again, I keep on saying it, and people are gonna get annoyed because I keep on saying it. But imagine what Balerion was like. It would top it for me if at some point we see the cannibal, and he's just massive, and I'm like, he's supposed to be roughly the same size as Balerion, and I won't ever stop then. That'll be it. They have to do the Aegon's Conquest.
I'm gonna think about now who I would cast to play as Aegon.
I don't know where Henry Cavill came from. That
a
went
lot
around
of people,
a bit.
I know a lot of people want Henry Cavill.
As good as Henry Cavill is, and I mean, he can rock the wig.
The white hair, yeah, suits it.
But maybe not the Conqueror.
Aegon.
I'm sure he could be a Targaryen at some point.
Yeah.
Like Elizabeth Olsen wanted Elizabeth Olsen.
They come up out of both. It was both of them at the same time, wasn't it?
Yeah, because I think she auditioned for Game of Thrones, and a lot of people said, "Oh well, she would make a good Targaryen."
Yeah.
Maybe she would, but I don't know which one though.
One of my favourite English monarchs, which is what a lot of Targaryen history is based on, is Henry VII, who's basically Jaehaerys. I would quite happily just watch a 6-series show based on how he managed to stabilise Westeros after Maegor the Cruel.
He was a good king, but he was quite a tragic king as well, especially when after everything happened with his children. And
give me a show on Maegor the Cruel.
I mean, to be honest with you, when they announced House of the Dragon, I feel like everyone, we kind of thought, oh, what if this just takes you through the history
never ending.
It starts off with the Conqueror, and it moves on, and it shows, Maegor the Cruel, and, Jaehaerys, and it leads up to, I mean, they could have stopped at Dance of the Dragons if they wanted to, but...
Yeah.
Just...
Maybe it's just me though. I've always imagined Aegon when he arrives in Westeros as being quite young. Maybe it's just because I like to imagine that he would be my age when he arrived. I think that's probably what it is.
No, but wasn't? I think he was relatively young, wasn't he?
Probably as I'm reading like 3 or 4 books at the same time, so my memory's scrambled. It's just me though. Like whenever I see a picture of Aegon the Conqueror, he doesn't look like he's in his 30s, 40s.
Just give me like the Targaryen history with like all of like the hundreds of Dornish wars.
The Blackfire rebellions. Quite happily watching.
I don't know. Thing is though, I feel like with Aegon the Conqueror though, at this point, like if they mess it up, it's like because he's kind of like an entity at this point. He's almost like a god. It's like he's talked about with such high regard, and everyone, when they talk about Targaryens, they think of Aegon the Conqueror.
They would have to get all 4 of them. They would have to get Aegon right. They would have to get Visenya, Rhaenys, and they would have to get Orys Baratheon right as well. All 4 of them. And obviously, Balerion would have to be Luck.
I mean, Vhagar is really cool in this, but Vhagar must have grown quite considerably in that period. But is this about 200 years?
Something like that, yeah.
Awesome.
Well, Jaehaerys is after Maegor the Cruel. Viserys is obviously after him. Maegor the Cruel rules after not Aegon. It's Aegon's son. I think it's Rhaenys that rules first.
Child. Come on.
And then it's Maegor, I think. I think Maegor's the third. And then it's Jaehaerys, then Viserys, then Aegon. That's honestly the worst part about this show, is that everyone is called the same thing.
Names.
For God's sake, called someone Reginald.
There's this Aegon, and then there's Aegon the Younger. There's another Viserys now. Yeah. Thankfully, sadly, the first one died.
It's actually quite sad that Viserys isn't going to be in any more of the show.
No.
What if they do flashbacks of him? Because he's bloody brilliant as Viserys.
Yeah, well, there might be flashbacks of the Younger.
Yeah, they'll probably want to bring those people back, that was us watching episode 9. Tell us what you think down in the comments. Like the video or subscribe. Ding the bell and they'll be notified when we upload. We upload every day. Anything else you want to say?
I still feel like I'm Team Black.
I'm Team Black, yeah.
It's Otto Hightower. I'm kind of on the fence with Alicent. She's a bit of like an unbalanced scale for me. She tips one way and she tips the other one. Otto Hightower is my main reason for not liking them.
Alicent in many ways was the perfect woman for Viserys. Because we spent most of this series saying Viserys is a good man, but he's not a good king.
Yeah.
Like, he's not shrewd enough, he's not harsh enough to be a good king, but he is a man who's just desperately trying to appease everyone. He's trying to make everyone happy. He's trying to get all his family. And Alicent's quite similar. She didn't want her friend to be violated, ruined, I suppose would be a better word. You know, she didn't want Rhaenyra fiddling with her uncle. You know, she did only what her dad told her to do, and it was like, you know...
Yeah, she was a victim of circumstance.
And then... Again, it's not her fault that... She openly said, in front of all of those witnesses there, she said, you'll make a good queen to Rhaenyra. It's like, you know, she... It's not her fault. She happened to be there when Viserys was...
Rambling.
Yeah.
Just,
It's a shame. And she's trying to do it better than what Otto is, because Otto obviously had plans to have Rhaenyra executed long before Viserys died. Oh, yeah, it's a shame. Thank you for watching.
I need to know.